out there?
I arranged for gallery space, and then my funding fell through.
Your bus broke.
And you live with your mama broke.
Oh, she brought jokes with her from New York.
I ain't perfect, and I don't pretend to know it all. But Desiree coming back and opening up like that was a major step.
Oh, my God.
What?
We're in your living room, girl. You done took the plastic off the furniture? Are you crazy?
I need that BlackTree TV. I need that BlackTree TV. I need that BlackTree TV.
Hello, DK. Hey, Telma. How you doing? Telma, I gotta go back. I know that you have and Family Matters and everything else. But my first remembrance is The Boy with the Broken Halo.
Oh, with Gary Coleman and Kim Fields?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God, that was my first movie.
Oh, yeah.
That was my first movie.
Yes.
I was scared to death. I was scared to little boy.
So that's just always in my memory. So when I heard I was gonna get to interview you, I had to mention that's like something I still.
This is a first. Nobody has ever mentioned that movie before. Thank you.
DK, I gotta give you a serious question. This has been going around. Like the last several interviews, I've been having to run into this. So I know you're Nigerian American.
I am.
And so who makes the best jollof rice? I mean, is it Ghana or Nigeria?
Here we go. Big
because I am speaking on behalf of my family, I'm going to say who makes the best jollof rice is my mother.
Okay.
And that's it.
Who do you think makes the best?
Yeah.
Because if you say your mother, then we got a problem.
I probably had way more Nigerian than Ghanaian jollof rice.
Enough said. Enough said.
Yeah.
Enough said. Yeah. We don't have to speak about it again. Yeah.
So the title, A Clean Slate, when have you in your personal life have had to or desired to get a clean slate?
Yeah. Pretty much.
I can get up tomorrow and go, you know what I need to do?
Yeah.
I need to start over. I better hurry up.
Or like you just, you're walking down the street like, dang, I really did do that, didn't I? All right. Well, I hope you don't remember. Like you just want to feel like your past doesn't define you. And I think that's something
when you're young, you think your past is you.
Yeah.
But I think with age, you learn that the only way your past can define you is if you let it.
Absolutely. Pearls of wisdom right here. Pearls of wisdom.
And I know, the issues that's coming up in the show are, in modern times, we've been able to deal with these issues better, but just the fact that it's set in Alabama, and I know, Telma, you from Louisville. I say it right. They say Louisville, I say Louisville.
Louisville, Louis. It's gonna be you just got
Louisville.
From Louisville, Alabama, or Georgia, I would expect that those places have been more difficult for people just because of the traditional aspects of how these red states operate and being modernized, as opposed to, I think it's a challenge everywhere, but I'm imagining, do you think it's like a bigger challenge in Alabama than LA, so to speak?
Well, probably, yeah. Alabama and LA, that's like two different worlds altogether. Now, I don't know a lot about Alabama, but it is a southern state, and you're right. A lot of the southern states are red, so that's going to make a difference in how they think. But maybe they'll watch something that will give them a different aspect of life. Something like Clean Slate, for instance. A show like that might come along and make them think, wait a minute, but I like him. I can't not like him. Oh, wait a minute, I'm learning something. This is good.
The other thing is, I feel like, people from all walks of life will live everywhere. Alabama can be a red state and can still have people
Lots of
from like the
Democrats.
LGBTQ community
Mm-hmm.
who need and want stories like this. And not just people in the LGBTQ community, but like people from all walks of life, you know. So
and in a smaller state, I would think that would be something that would be more needed just because they don't have the exposure, they don't have the freedoms.
Absolutely.
Those are being tested too. The freedoms that we have, say, in Los Angeles. And so this kind of show, I think, is really a step to acceptance, even in their lives, you know.
And it's accessible. So
and it's out there. Ain't nobody pretending it ain't happening.
Yeah.
You know.
So our hope is that
people
will gravitate to it and watch it, and find the funny and find the humor.
And find the love. Forgiveness, the healing, the change, you know, second chances, all of that stuff is in this show. And, you know, like I said before, families are messy. They're just messy. They just are. So let us be messy with you and help us. Come go on this journey with us because we're all learning. We're all growing during this.
How was it working with George Wallace? I usually find that people that are super funny on screen or on stage, you get with them, and then they're like super, like Eddie Murphy off screen, like he's super serious and quiet.
So quiet off stage. It's so weird because you expect him to be all rambunctious or funny, and he's just very quiet.
Yeah. That is not George Wallace.
No, not at all. In fact, he may be 2 or 3 blocks from here and you may hear him. He is not subtle. He is old school. He don't care. He gonna tell you he's old school. But that's what makes his character so lovable.
Yeah.
Because he is old school. He's expecting his prodigal son to come home. What is the world coming to? But there's all this love that he has for this beautiful woman. And he gets to start over, second chances, and make this relationship, I dare say, is going to be a lot better and a lot healthier than the one he had with his prodigal son.
Absolutely. George is just someone who brings a lot of laughter and love and life to his role. But he is the same person off screen. He's someone who checks in on you, will send you text messages just to make sure you're doing well. Hello, son. Like I get texts like that all the time from him. So yeah, George is the same guy over and off screen.
He's great. He's crazy. Don't get me wrong. He is totally nuts. But what a fun person to work with.
Absolutely.
You know, he really does operate out of love. He's so big, so loud, and so crazy half the time. But if you listen to his conversation, it's all about love. When he talks about things, I mean, maybe not some of his jokes, but I'm saying in his general conversation, he's always going to be leading with love.
Yeah.
Which is kind of amazing for somebody that big and crazy looking.
Listen, you got to work through the world different ways sometimes. And he's learned to walk his path with so much life and vitality. He makes friends wherever he goes.
Everywhere, even if they don't want to be his friends, he makes them.
And DK, I gotta ask before we go, like, what started you on this journey? I mean, I know everybody remember you from Insecure. I know you did like a soap opera role like before that, I think, as a security guard or something.
You did a deep
dive. If he came up with the Gary Coleman movie,
right,
in 1902 or something.
But what started you on this journey as an act? I mean, from DC, like you weren't like in the normal territory of
thank you for asking that, by the way. I think I was just really into TV growing up. I loved watching television. I was the kid. Everyone else would be outside playing basketball or soccer or whatever. And I would be stuck at home watching the TV, just like learning about different families, different lives, different worlds. And I never really thought that acting was like a path until maybe around high school. I got involved with my drama club just because I had the ability to drive myself home because I got my driver's license. It's like, yeah, I can stay after school now. That was me. But yeah, I don't know. I fell in love with the idea of performing. I'd always been a performer in choirs and stuff like that.
We have it's so funny. I'm listening to you because I was in concert choir in school.
Yes.
You know, everybody said, "Did you sing in church?" Nope, didn't sing in church.
I only sang in church like 1 or 2 times. But
never sang.
It was always concert choir this, concert choir that.
and then I went, with recording because it was Detroit,
Yeah,
so Motown
yeah,
was there.
yeah.
But yeah, that we have a lot of
We do have a
history.
lot
I'm
of,
just
yeah.
listening to you, and I mean, my inspiration was Diane Carroll when Julia came on, because who had seen an upscale Black woman with a job and raising her kid, and she dressed, it's cute. I was like, oh, the world has ended. I must be in heaven. And Carol Burnett. And I got a chance to tell Carol Burnett.
That's lovely.
I loved her so much. And I always felt like she would be exactly like she was as I saw her. And
she absolutely was.
Absolutely was. I mean, the second time I met her once at a luncheon. I'm sorry I'm telling the story, but I met her at a luncheon for CBS, and just, this is Telma. So when we got our TV show, Tony, Orlando, and Dawn, I was at CBS and I came up in the elevator and I looked up and Carol Burnett's walking before me. In front of me, and I'm thinking, okay, hello, Miss Burnett. Hello, Miss Carol Burnett. Hello. I was just, and while I was doing all this, she's going, hi, Telma, and just kept walking. He remembered
who you were.
And I said, I always want to have the opportunity to make somebody feel that way.
And you do that.
I tried to, because that meant so much to me.
Yeah.
That she'd only met me that one time. And we hadn't been on TV. The show was just starting. So it wasn't like, oh, they're on TV. No, she remembered me. And I told her, I got a chance to tell her later on that it just
made your day. Made your world.
But it also inspired me and made me want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
real quick.
I'm sorry.
I grew up watching, this is different because you had Diane Carroll and Carol Burnett. I had Lucy Lawless as Xena Warrior Princess. She was my favorite actress on television at the time. I loved that show. Also, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh my God.
I was a huge fantasy kid. I grew up reading Greek mythology. And so watching those two shows just made me realize that there was another world out there to discover. And it made me fall in love with writing and acting. And if I ever get to meet either of them,
oh, he's just going to be a sloppy mess. It's just going to be
those three, and then Beyonce as well, obviously.
No, that's that. He'll just inspire her.
I will.
He'll just.
So yeah.
Right. Everybody go check out Clean Slate, and y'all gonna see these characters on screen. But I'm glad to find out some of the stories behind the characters. And I'm about to play back The Boy with the Broken Halo just for old time.
You should do that.
Embarrassing. But I was cute back then because I was young.
Thank you all.
It was such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.